Hello, and my name's Melvin, and I am gonna read the next chapter of my book, "The Protectors of Earth and the Gateway to the Basement." I'm on chapter 18. I'm almost done with this one. I have a couple short stories to share after I'm done with this, because they're pretty good too. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. All right, chapter 18. So they all enter a huge circular room that does not have another door, feeling more confident than ever. Even Jacob, who now has a werewolf kill on his kill list, is feeling really good about himself. This might be Balthazar's throne room. Frank accidentally speaks out loud. He wanted to say that in his own mind. What makes you say that? Nick asks. Frank points towards the throne that is on the opposite side of the room, and then Nick sees it as plain as day. Greetings, my fellow enemies. I am so pleased that you have, the other light went out, that you have your lives and souls still intact. I have loads of more fun for you for. Balthazar's deep voice echoes throughout the entire room. I believe that you underestimated us, demon. Now, why don't you grow some courage yourself and come out and face us, demon to human? Rebecca demands. She is very annoyed by this master demon. He has all of his power, but he does not have the knowledge or wisdom to use it correctly. That is the one major flaw of all supernatural beings. They don't know how to stand lightly on their own 2 feet. All they know what to do is follow instructions, and most of the time, they don't even know how to do that correctly. All right, I need this other light on. Maybe I won't get this light on. Oh well. Let's resume. As talented as you might think you are, I don't think you are ready to fight me yet. Unless you do have a death wish, then in that case, let me be the first to say, let me accommodate you. Balthazar enters the room right through the flesh-endorsed wall. Maybe he has been there the entire time. None of the field agents could say because they cannot see through walls. The only explanation is that they are in hell and anything can happen. I'm glad that you finally are out of the open. Now we can complete our mission and take your head, Rebecca threatens. Her team of 3 other members and herself are ready to battle to the death. They really do not have much to lose anyways. Now I know for a fact that is not going to happen. You have a better chance of closing the gateway than I have worked so hard to make so it will expand, and those odds are very slim. A couple dozen zombies appear from right out under the floor. They surround Balthazar like they are protecting him. The only way that you will be able to complete your mission is to complete a couple tests that I already have organized. The first one is killing all of these zombies without getting bit. Hold on a second. You son of a bitch, Jacob demands as he steps in front of Rebecca. Where is Brittany? I thought you would never ask. She's right here. A cage lowers down from the ceiling and hangs only a couple of feet down. Brittany is inside of this cage, and she is holding what appears to be a key. From the distance that he is watching is way too far for him to get a close-up. Now let her go, Jacob demands, but Balthazar laughs hysterically at Jacob. Did you actually expect me to let her go that easily? You have to beat me at a sword fight in order for me to open her cage. Jacob gets really pissed at Balthazar's words and his audacity of his honor. So he angrily sprints towards the master demon. Once he gets in arm's length of his enemy, the demon easily pushes him down with his left open palm. Do you actually expect to beat me like that, Jacob? What would your father say? Now stand up and try again. But this time, try with a little bit more professionalism. Balthazar is unpleased with Jacob and his charge at him. Why don't you try to fight us? I bet that you won't be able to beat all three of us so quickly or easily. Rebecca taunts Balthazar right back. He cannot pick on any of her team members without having to deal with her. That isn't a fair fight neither. What if I have some help? Balthazar raises his arms slowly. As he does, 3 Class B demons emerge from inside the floor. What in the hell are those? Rebecca states. The Class B demon that is standing right in front of her, staring into her eyes, looks exactly like her. The resemblance between the 6 of them is uncanny. It's like they are looking into the mirror. What are you, blind or something? They're your exact doubles. They look like you, act like you, and know everything that you know. So good luck killing them. Balthazar sits on his throne so he can watch his live entertainment. How did you create them? Don't you need our souls to duplicate us? Rebecca sounds very surprised. Something that she was taught by Gabriel is actually a lie. When we are in my personal hell, I have complete power and can do whatever I want. Balthazar laughs hysterically. Okay, I've had it with playing around with you 4. Minions, attack them. The Class B demons the Class B demons that look exactly like their enemy attack without question. Every move that the field agents make is perfectly counter-moved by their lookalikes. They know all of our moves. Nick sounds worried. He has never fought himself before. What do we do? Let's do a switch. You kill my lookalike, while I will kill yours. They will never see it coming. At this point, I'll try anything. The Steven sees me getting smarter. Nick now seems worried and puzzled. So he and his sister switched places really quickly before their enemies even know what is going on. Both of their heads are now getting sucked into the floor along with their bodies. With 2 of them dead, the other lookalikes are really simple to take out. I can't believe this shit. All this work that I went through to create them, and you just take their heads like they were mindless zombies. Balthazar angrily sprints out of the throne room and onto his feet. I guess that you didn't take teamwork into account when you were creating them, were you? Rebecca sounds a little disappointed. Maybe so, but you keep on underestimating my powers. He raises both of his arms up in the air once again. But this time a few dozen more zombies and Class B demons exit out from inside the floor. You have to remember that you are in my personal hell. Whatever I can imagine here, I can make possible. With my huge imagination, the things I can make come to life are countless. Balthazar pleads in excitement. I can agree that you have a lot of power at your disposal. I'm still surprised about the size of that werewolf. I have never seen one so magnificently well fed. Rebecca puts on a little bit of her charm. Her and her team needs a timeout to catch their breath. It was pretty big, wasn't it? I pulled some strings with Lucifer, and he is allowing me to work with a master vampire. So now I have a back door to purgatory. The possibilities are endless. There was only one problem with that massive werewolf. He was slow. We cut off his head. It was such a beautiful sight, wondrous to behold. Balthazar gets a little heated about that remark from Rebecca. Attack and kill all 4 of them. I don't want anything left of their bodies. Just let me have their souls. My crystal ball is fully charged yet. Balthazar goes into his closet, grabs his crystal ball, and then sits back down upon his throat. You can keep them coming if you want to. We are building up strength the more of your minions we kill. Nick states. He and the rest of his team build up some confidence. They might actually get out of here alive. They just have to keep on fighting. All the zombies and Class B demons are weak and stupid. but they just keep on coming, and the field agents keep on dodging and swinging their swords. One by one, Balthazar's minions get their heads chopped off. The field agents are actually beginning to feel fatigue, especially Jacob. He does not look like he can swing that sword much more until he just drops it. And then he will become Zombie Chow. So Rebecca decides to focus a little bit of her attention towards the zombies surrounding him. Guys, form a circle around Jacob. She instructs. Nick and Frank do as suggested, and tightly form a circle around the very fatigued and dehydrated Jacob. Once it begins to work, and they are killing more zombies and Class D demons than ever before. Once they are down to several zombies, one of them without any legs scampers underneath so nobody sees him and takes a huge chunk out of Frank's right shin. He does not tell anybody because they are almost through this part of Balthazar's onslaught. They kill what remain of the zombies and the Class B demons. Then they all just stand there in silence, trying to catch their breath. They do, however, all face Balthazar to see what he has planned for them next. But in all this, they do not break the circle. Jacob is now standing upon his feet, ready to get back into the heat of the battle. So, you have planned to stay alive another round of concoctions. No matter, I still have one more thing to throw at you. For instance, my crystal orb is showing me that one of you just got some of your flesh taken from your bodies by a zombie. So no matter what happens next, I get one of your souls. Balthazar's happy to finally get a door prize. How does your crystal orb know that? Rebecca looks at Frank and realizes that Balthazar is telling the truth. There's blood dripping down off his leg. My crystal orb is now attached to his soul. Once the virus takes more control of his body, he will die and then be raised as one of my zombies. Both of Frank's eyes turn total black as he screams very loudly in pain. The zombie virus is taking over his entire body now. As he falls onto his hands and knees and begins to vomit, and the color of it is also black and it is really thick and chunky. He's beginning to change. Rebecca takes out her sword, takes her sword, as she knows that she is going to have to cut her friend's head off. Wait until he changes completely. Nick places both his hands under Rebecca's. Why? We should take his head now before he changes the entire way. What if there is a little bit of Frank left? Would you want the last thing you witness is to be the one of your friend cutting your own head off? You cut a point. Rebecca waits, but it does not take Frank much longer to turn. Then he begins to creep over towards his ex-teammates. There's only one thing that he wants now, and that is their flesh. Okay, Becky, right now is the time to take his head. I see nothing but hunger in his eyes. Nick states he does not want his sister to kill their friend, but if she doesn't, he will certainly kill them, and painfully at that. So Becca takes the sword and swings it as hard as she can towards Frank's neck. Once it reaches its destination, the sharp end goes through, and then his head and his body drop upon the floor. I'm so sorry, Frank, but I wouldn't want somebody to do that for me if I ever changed into a supernatural being. Rebecca, Nick, and Jacob all look at Balthazar with very intense and furious looks upon their faces. Balthazar is beginning to realize that the three remaining field agents are more talented than he thought. Now he does not have much choice but to fight them himself. He's beginning to run out of ideas, so he lowers the cage that Brittany is inside, takes her out of the cage, and places his sword right underneath her chin. What are you going to do now, demon? You do know that she is your only leverage. If you kill her, we will kill you with no hesitation, Nick explains. Well, I guess that we are at a stalemate. If any of you come near me, I will slit her throat from ear to ear. So I beg you, please test me. Balthazar knows he is beat, so he has to throw somebody that they care about right in front of them. Jacob is worried about Brittany the most. At this precise moment, he has lost everybody else. If Balthazar kills her, he is going to kill every demon that resides in hell. And that is a promise. Once you take everything away from somebody, and once they have nothing to lose, then and only then can they do anything that they can never do before. Jacob's about to find out what he has to do next. I sorry about the light going out, but apparently the computer laptop died. It's pretty dark in here for a supernatural horror story, so it might look better to you. Who knows? So, if you like what you hear, I got, like I said, 2 more chapters to go. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and thanks for listening.